Hey, how you going? It's Donna here, Free to Be Pet Therapy, and today I thought I'd just give a little bit of an update on where I'm at with things. Some of you may know that when I decided and started to create a business that's all about animal energetic healing, I was kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing? It was a little bit out there for me to begin with. Not that I'm not into healing and energy healing and all the rest of it, but it was just, I guess it was something that I never thought I would do. I never considered myself a psychic or a clairvoyant or anything like that. So it was interesting starting out on this path. And so now I'm pretty much at a point where I'm going to be marketing soon. So with this comes a few fears. I have tried marketing before and didn't go too well. Mind you, I guess the motives were a bit different back then. And also, I kept trying to push through it. I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that I was feeling fears. I was fear of failure, fear of being overwhelmed, fear of not succeeding, fear that no one's going to buy your product. All these fears that can come up when you're trying to start a business. And so back then, I didn't even feel them. I was just so full on about, typical type A personality, driven and motivated and always doing, and the doing got a bit much, which I have realized coming out of my own personal healing journey. And it's something, I guess, that we're almost taught to do by society. We're successful if we're driven and always doing things and being busy. And, I know there are some successful people out there who spent many years not doing, So anyway, I have come out of my own personal healing, realizing that being someone who does all the time doesn't necessarily mean success. And that was especially the case for me. And so I guess it was kind of a good thing that I was a doer, because it led me on the journey to healing. And here I am now realizing that doing doesn't really help. Or for me, it didn't anyway. It may help some people, but it certainly didn't help me. And I'm discovering there needs to be space for reflection, for calmness, for not doing, just for being. I mean, we're human beings. We're not human doings. So, and I think that's the thing about what's going on the planet at the moment, to be honest with you. But that's a different story. But anyways, all these fears have definitely come up now that I'm at that point where I'll be marketing again. I've tried marketing in the past and didn't really do so well. And so I've got all these fears, and I've just spent a few months actually researching who I want to advertise to. And now I'm thinking, maybe I've chosen the wrong people, or are these people going to purchase this product? And are there better products out there? Are these people better off hiring trainers rather than energy healers? And yeah, there's fears there, which once upon a time I didn't know existed, but I've been learning how to feel, starting to recognize my feelings. And I think the most important thing to take away from this is not to push them away. And something I've learned on my healing journey is to feel your emotions, to feel them in your body, to come into the body. So I don't know if you're anything like me and a person who is very driven and always doing things to make things work, and I don't know, perhaps denying feelings or not even knowing that those feelings are there, which was very much my case. And now I'm sort of circling back onto a journey I had taken once before, but in a different direction. And thankfully, I've now learned how to deal, to deal and to recognize some feelings and to admit them, and B, how to deal with them. And the thing that I've learned, which may help you if you ever are feeling scared of maybe thinking of starting a business yourself, whether it be in some sort of energy work or anything else, fears are going to come up. and it's important to process them. So a technique that I have learned to do, excuse me a minute, a technique that I have learned is basically to come into the body to help metabolize these feelings. So just think, if you were to stand or sit there now and shut your eyes, think about where your awareness is. And generally your awareness is inside your head when you close your eyes. Well, you can take that awareness to any body part you like. You can take the awareness to your left hand, which I'm opposite to you, so this is my left hand, so it's probably your right hand. And if you were to place your awareness and focus all your awareness onto your hand, you might start to feel some tingling sensations. You might start to feel your hand becoming warm because you've taken your awareness from your mind to your hand. So basically what I have learned to help to process emotions is, if I start feeling my head's racing, if I start noticing that, oh my God, I'm scared, I'm fear of overwhelm, fear of not succeeding, all these fears, to sit and just take a moment and shut the eyes, bring awareness from here, out here. And quite often when you first start doing this, you'll toggle between sort of out here and in the body, or out here and in the mind. But that's cool. That's all where we all start. But the aim of the game is to bring awareness out, and then from here, focus on the center line of the body, and think about the fear, and become aware of whereabouts you are feeling that in your body, from an awareness that's not from your mind, from a place outside of yourself, looking at your body. And you're going to notice a sensation perhaps in your belly, maybe the solar plexus, maybe the heart, the throat, wherever it may be. Eventually, when you've sat for long enough, you'll feel a sensation there. And the aim of the game is just to give that sensation some awareness and allow it to process. So quite often what I might do is, if I'll feel a sensation there, I'll focus on it. And sometimes that sensation, you may need to pull yourself away from it a little bit and focus on it from a, rather than intensely focusing on that spot in your body, just sort of bring your awareness a little bit away from that part of your body and just feel that sensation. And quite often I'll just breathe. And sometimes I'll be feeling that sensation and there'll be other thoughts going on in my mind, but you know, just to keep the awareness there and breathe basically, and allow the body just to process the sensation. Because what happens is it's a bit like animal energy healing, and how I've spoken in the past, or you know, a lot of the stories that I tell you guys about, you know, these animals have blocked emotions, they've got emotions stuck in their field. Well, it's the same with us. If we don't process our emotions, it gets stuck in our field, and it leads to physical ailments within ourselves, you know. So this is one way to help release these emotions. Energy in motion, you know, is just to release those emotions from ourselves, is to become aware of them, to sit in them, feel them in the body, and just breathe. And sometimes it's nice to think of that emotion as an emotion that you may have experienced when you were a child. You know, you might have been scared of something. And so when you're feeling these emotions, you could even perhaps imagine yourself being hugged, maybe by someone you love, maybe by yourself, and hugging the little child, the inner child within yourself. There are different ways to do it. But yeah, that's a really nice way to sort of provide some comforting as well, and just to give yourself the love that you need, because that's what it's all about, really. So yeah, I just thought I'd share where I'm at with my business. Hope to start marketing soon, but obviously there are some fears there, which I'm using the technique that I've learned through all the energy healing that I've been going through over the past 18 months. I hope you got something out of this today, and I look forward to seeing you again in the near future. Bye for now.